guys, how's it going? This is Alex Apple Help, and I hope you had a great holiday season. And so in today's video we'll be talking about low light video and how you can reduce the noise in post-production. So the cameras such as the 5D Mark III or Nikon D800, they have a really good low light capability. However, the Canon T3i or Canon T2i or Nikon D3100 or D3200, they shoot really high quality video when they are in bright conditions. However, when you bump up the ISO to something like 1600 or 3200 or even 6400, the image starts to get really noisy. And so sometimes it's just the last alternative you have, and you have no other way of shooting the video than bumping your ISO. And so the production of that is high noise in your video. You may not see it on your LCD screen. However, when you bring your footage into post, you will see that the footage is really noisy. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you how to reduce that noise in post-production and overall have a better image. So the video that I shot in the opening sequence of this entire video, I did shoot it at ISO 1600, and so you see that the image does not look as noisy as it should, because I did reduce the noise a bit in After Effects using a plugin called Neat Video. I myself actually used Denoiser 2 from Magic Bullet for a couple of months. I mean, when I started to use a DSLR and I had low light video, I always used Magic Bullet Denoiser 2, which is a great plugin. I mean, it gets the job done. It works really well. However, I was actually quite impressed with Neat Video because, in my opinion, it did a really great job. And I mean, Magic Bullet looks, the Denoiser plugin from Magic Bullet, it did get the noise reduction. However, you still could see some really gross artifacts in your video, like the noise would be kind of gathered in a whole bunch, and kind of just didn't look that good. However, Neat Video gets the job really great done, and I was actually kind of impressed. And so in this video I have a few examples for you guys. I did shoot some footage at night when only in my street, I mean, there are not a lot of lights, so that was a great example because I was using ISO 3200, which is really high value of ISO, and it gives you tons of noise. And so in this video I'm going to be showing how you can denoise the footage to make it look better and more professional. Alright, so before I start the tutorial, here is the original clip of my sequence that I showed you in the beginning. And as you can see right there, there is a lot of noise and some not really nice artifacts going on. And so here is the denoised version of this same clip. And as you can see right there, that looks much better. And so here is one shot that I shot yesterday at night. It was about 12 AM. It was really dark. And so in this clip I am using ISO 3200, which gives you a great value of noise, as you can see in the footage. And here is the denoised version. As you can see right there, much better results. So yeah, right ahead, let's go ahead and go to my computer and I'm going to show you how to do this. Alright guys, so I've prepared some demonstration clip for you. I have 3 of them, and so the first one I shot it at night with ISO 3200, and as you can see, if I just play this, as you can see, there are a lot of noise right here, and pretty much in all of the footage right here. You do not notice it that well, but it is still there. And the second shot is just inside of my house. As you can see right here where the light is, you cannot see the noise. However, right here and in the dark areas, the noise is pretty visible right there. And my third shot right there, also we have a lot of noise pretty much everywhere. You can see in the plant, in the wall, and yeah, so all over the place. Alright, so let's go ahead and go into After Effects, or if you have the plugin in Premiere Pro or Final Cut. So I'm just gonna go ahead and import one of the clips, or I'll just import 3 of them. Just click on open. And so for this demonstration I am going to be using Neat Video just because I like it more than Denoiser 2 from Magic Bullet Looks. And let's begin with this first shot on the street, and just create a new composition right here. And as you can see right there, again a lot of noise right there. And so we'll just go ahead and go under Effect, then Neat Video, and Reduce Noise. And so you see these controls right here, and so right off the bat when you apply the filter, as you can see the noise is still there even if we cancel the effect. So it has not done anything yet. So for this to work we have to click on options right here, and as you can see this little menu pops up. If you have the trial version, it'll pop up a little message saying that it's a trial version. Just go ahead and click OK on that. The way this works is you have to select an area. Let's say that you have a wall right there, but in this shot it's gonna be a bit tricky. But let's say if here was a wall, I would just select it like this, and pretty much just try to select an area where only noise is, where nothing else is. I mean, like if you're gonna select these plants, it's gonna erase the plants or stuff like that. So just go ahead and try to select a uniform area where only noise is visible. And so for this example it is a bit tricky, so I just guess I'm gonna try to select the tree and see if it lets me. Yeah, there we go. And after you select the area, you just gotta click on Auto Profile, and right here as you can see it'll tell you the quality. So now it's telling me that it's 62%, and this does not mean that your footage looks bad or something like that. It just means that the quality of the noises that this detected is 62%, which is pretty okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and click on noise filter settings, and as you can see now it says filtered, and as you can see the noise disappears. So here we have a little preview button, we can tap on that. And as you can see right there, if you look here, as you can see it softened out the image a little bit, but that's not to worry, we're gonna sharpen the footage later. As you can see also here, and in the plants right here, so it did a pretty decent job. So pretty much what it did, it increased the chrominance to 100% and the luminance to about 60. And if you increase this to 100%, pretty much all of your image will be blurred, which you do not want that. However, if you're still seeing some noise, you can bump it up to 70. That does not hurt. And right there you can go ahead and click on enter, and here we are in After Effects again. You can see pretty decent job. I mean, it did soften it a bit, but here you can see right there it does look really good. So let's say this has not happened to me yet, but let's say you do not see noise here, but if you go ahead and scroll down there you see noise somewhere here. You can fix that by going into temporal filter radius and selecting 2 or 3 or 4 until you see that you do not have image, because right now it's pretty much in one of the frame of the shots. So it's kind of strange. I mean, it divides the shot in different frames. So let's say it thinks that this is a frame and this is another frame and this is another frame and this is another frame, and etc. So if you do not see noise here but you see noise there, you can go ahead and click on 2 and see if that helps you, or go ahead and select even more. But I'm gonna leave it at 1 since that worked pretty good for me. And so in options, I mean, you do get more settings, but I have not played around with it. You can add your own filter, which is pretty advanced. I mean, maybe I'll go ahead and try that a bit later. And here you can go ahead and also adjust the brightness, which pretty much increases exposure and gives you even more noise, so I just do not play around with that. But you can play around with the luminance, and I would not recommend using this sharpen because it does not work that well. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go to Effect, Blur and Sharpen, and we're gonna apply Unsharp Mask, which works much better than just sharpening, because sharpening pretty much puts more detail into everything and gives you noise. However, the Unsharp Mask does a better job. So for amount, we can go ahead and type 120. We also do not want to go really high. And right off the bat, if we go ahead and zoom into something like this, as you can see, if we take out the Unsharp Mask, as you can see, it looks more blurry, but with the Unsharp Mask it looks really crisp. I mean, it does not look great, but however it gets the job done. And for a radius, you can just go ahead and type in 1.2. that usually works really good. And right here, as you can see, the difference is pretty noticeable. And yeah, just go ahead. I would not recommend changing anything else. And one thing that I do want to mention is that if you're shooting a video at night, first of all, use the cine style preset. I'll cover how to shoot at night in a separate tutorial from this, but one thing that I can tell you is that you need to use cine style, or because if you use something like standard profile, it's just gonna be real contrasty, and you're just gonna get an incredible freaking amount of noise. So just go ahead and try to use cine style. And also, do not color correct your image. I mean, if I go ahead and try to color correct this and kill the blacks or something, that's just gonna look horrible. So yeah, I would just encourage you to leave your image as is. And yeah, if you color correct, it's just gonna introduce more noise. But so yeah, that is pretty much it. As you can see right there, pretty good job right there. If I take this out, as you can see, there is the noise, and it does a pretty good job taking it out. But so yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. I will answer them as soon as possible. And so yeah, also please consider subscribing if you found this video helpful, and if you want to see more tutorials. And yeah, I hope you have a nice day, and I will see you all in my next video.